I'm Cynthia.
Standing in the middle of my sister's once lavish wedding reception, I watched as chaos unfolded before my eyes. The room that was once filled with joy and celebration now echoed with shock and disbelief. My parents' faces were pale, and my sister, Lily, looked like a deer caught in the headlights. Daniel, Lily's new husband, had just discovered the truth about the money that paid for this wedding, and the entire event was falling apart. 6 weeks ago, I woke up from a 9-hour spinal surgery. The first thing I saw was my phone, flashing with 73 missed calls. My vision was blurry, but I managed to open a voicemail from my father. His voice was nonchalant, almost cheerful. "Cynthia, honey, we sold your condo. The money is going towards Lily's wedding. You'll understand." I played the message over and over again. $425,000 gone. My family has always had a strange dynamic. My parents, Robert and Emily, have always favored Lily. She's 26, a social media influencer with a large but mostly fake following. She's never held a real job for more than a few months. When she turned 21, my parents bought her a luxury car. Meanwhile, I was working long hours at a local cafe to pay for my college tuition. "Cynthia can take care of herself," my mother would always say. "Lily needs more support." When I was 25, I bought my own condo. It was the result of years of hard work, overtime, and sacrifices. But my father's first words were, "Why didn't you help your sister instead? She has so many dreams." I learned not to expect much from them, but I still hoped that one day they would see my worth. 5 years ago, my parents were on the verge of losing their house due to massive debt. I had just saved enough for a down payment on a bigger place, but I gave them every cent. "We'll pay you back," my father promised. They never did, and they never even mentioned it again. The week before my surgery, I arranged everything for my recovery on my own. I hired a home care aide and stocked up on groceries. Meanwhile, my parents called me several times, asking if I could contribute to Lily's wedding fund. "It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime event," my mother gushed. "The venue is amazing, and Lily found the most beautiful dress." I reminded her that I had already given them money for the engagement party, and I had surgery in a few days. Her voice turned cold.
Fine.
"We'll figure it out without you." On the day of my surgery, I was nervous but also hopeful. After years of living with chronic pain, I finally had a chance at a normal life. But when I woke up in the recovery room and heard the news about my condo, something inside me snapped. I called my father first. His excuse was that it was a family decision and I wasn't using the condo much anyway. I told him that what he did was a felony, forgery, and fraud. He got defensive, saying that families should help each other and Lily deserved a beautiful wedding. My mother called me later, scolding me for being selfish and ungrateful. She said that I was ruining everything and that I should just be happy for Lily. I asked her if she knew who owned the house they were living in. She was confused, and I revealed that I had bought their house anonymously 4 years ago to save them from foreclosure. They had been paying rent to me all this time, and they had no idea. 1 week before the wedding, Lily called me, accusing me of trying to ruin her big day. She said that I was jealous of her happiness. I realized then that she had probably suggested to my parents that they sell my condo. The next day, she posted a sob story on social media, painting me as the villain. My relatives started calling me, scolding me without even asking for my side of the story. 2 days before the wedding, there was a rehearsal dinner. I didn't want to go, but I knew I needed to be there. When I walked into the room, all eyes turned to me. My mother's smile was forced, and my father's jaw was tight. Lily whispered something to Daniel, and he looked at me with a mix of curiosity and suspicion. At the wedding, I sat in the back row with my aunt, Clara. She was the only one in the family who had always believed in me. As Lily walked down the aisle, she looked beautiful, but I couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness. This was supposed to be a happy day, but it was built on lies and theft. During the reception, my father called me up to give a speech. I took the microphone and began to tell the truth. I told everyone about the surgery, the stolen condo, and the forged signature. I also revealed that I was the owner of my parents' house. The room was silent at first, then erupted in chaos. Daniel was the first to react. He demanded to know if the money for the wedding was from my condo. My mother couldn't meet his eyes, and Lily tried to make excuses. Daniel was heartbroken and angry. He announced that he was filing for an annulment on the grounds of fraud. The fallout was immediate. The story spread like wildfire through our family and even on social media. My father was placed on administrative leave from his job, and my mother lost her social circles. Lily's followers started to unfollow her, and she was left with nothing. 30 days after the wedding, I sent an eviction notice to my parents. My father called me, begging for more time. He said that they had nowhere to go. I told him that he had 4 years to appreciate what I had done for them, but he repaid me by stealing my home. I hung up the phone, feeling a sense of closure. 2 months after the wedding, I visited my parents' former house. It was empty and quiet. I stood in the living room, remembering all the memories I had there. My Aunt Clara asked me how I felt. I said that I was sad, not because I lost my parents, but because I lost the hope that they would ever love me the way I deserved. I decided to rent out the house to a young couple. The rental income would go to a charity that helps women who have experienced financial abuse in their families. It was my way of turning a negative situation into something positive. Looking back, I've learned that setting boundaries is not about revenge. It's about self-respect. Family doesn't give anyone the right to hurt you, and blood doesn't erase betrayal. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to walk away.